We are live. Dude, I haven't seen you in such a long time. Where you been?
Bro, we haven't talked in at least a week, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. It is crazy. All right. So we are here. We are going to be doing, well, first of all, let me say, Just Your Average Joe here with my friend Juwan over at Geek Vibes Nation. Always a pleasure potting with you, my friend. I'm glad you were able to come on this one. We had just did our live reaction to the new Stranger Things teaser trailer or whatever you want to call it. So that's up on my channel now. And now we're going to go into episode 4 of the Chucky TV series that's on SyFy in USA.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you think of this episode? I feel like every week we're going to ask this question, and I can't wait to say, wow, it was good, I'm starting to worry. I have no idea how you felt about this new episode, so I could be alone in how I'm thinking. So I'm gonna I'll let you go first. What did you think of this episode?
Well, I will first say, I did not watch the credits for the next episode. So
Okay, no, same. I haven't.
I was in the blank.
Yeah,
but I have a feeling what you're looking for is right around the corner.
Okay, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Yes.
But no, I don't really truly ever understand this show, really. Like I told you last week, as long as you keep doing Chucky good, you got me. You got me. You're holding me hostage week after week because Chucky is so infectious.
Yeah.
He's great. I don't like the whole melting face because then that means he didn't get out of the house. That means he literally just stood there screaming in victory without actually winning anything. You didn't kill her.
Yeah.
You almost got burned down completely. I don't understand that. I thought that was the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, it would be nice to know how events of that, like I said, because remember we said off camera we didn't know what happened. Could have been a fucking curtain rod. Somebody could have fell and hindered him from completing the job.
Right.
But like you said, yeah, I mean, he literally not only burned, but he also just stayed in the house. Like he never left.
Right. Right. Which was the weirdest thing because remember, everyone in the hospital kept thinking they saw him running by.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, I can suspend belief, but you're not going to tell me Chucky is Usain Bolt. He ran to the hospital, scared them, and back to the house.
No, definitely not. No, he was always at the house. Yeah.
So, yeah, that I don't understand that. I really don't understand that.
Who was it that saw him? It was Junior, right?
Junior and the black kid.
Devin?
I think Devin thought he saw him.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Okay, no. You're right. It could be right.
But yeah, it's I don't know. It's weird. You never really show that the girl woke up, really, but the one time she does, the first thing she asks for is Chucky. Forget the fact that I'm dying, clearly, but bring me Chucky.
Yeah.
And then the scene that probably got me the most uninterested in this series as a whole was when Chucky was killing the police officer that died by a doll, but police officer.
Yeah.
But when the nurse is at the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't see any of that blood.
Nothing.
From standing there, you see no blood. It takes you walking in and then looking over. And then, Joe, this show did its best to make me want to say, you know what? No more. I can't do this anymore. But Chucky, the way he killed the guy, where you didn't even see Chucky push down on it.
Nope, just stabbing
him. And blood was coming out
from his fingernails, from his eyes, from his ears. I don't know. I don't know. But
like, Chucky
but that scene was great.
Have the ability to push down on it. So technically you were just being stabbed.
Well, the thing is, what cocktail you giving him? Those were just used syringes. What that I didn't understand that part. He goes, here, time for your cocktail, your second dose or whatever. Like, what do you?
That made no sense. And let's be real, Joe. It's a hospital, right?
Yeah.
You don't have infectious diseases. They just keep in little bottles you to inject into somebody.
Well, no,
It's like,
so
what did you pump them full of?
use nothing. That's the thing. There was nothing in those syringes. They were literally so any used syringe goes into a container called biohazard. So they're all
Right.
considered biohazard. So depending on what arms or wherever those needles went is what is the issue. But the thing is, like you said, he doesn't really inject him with anything. Look, the only reason why I even liked that scene wasn't that, because that wasn't believable at all.
Right.
But it was just when he basically said, "From the moment I saw you, I just couldn't stand your fucking face."
Right.
And then he sees his reflection and goes, "I don't know, maybe I'm projecting." But
Chucky
that's it. That's it.
He has had a knockout line in every one of these episodes.
And that's the only reason why it makes you come back.
There you go. I still don't think any line will ever be better than what was the line we loved from the first episode?
What first episode or second episode? When
first episode
about your mom?
No, we love that line. Yes, but
what happened in the first second episode? I remember completely because he says, your mom's
climbing up my list.
Climbing up my list. Yeah. What did he say in the first episode?
I could have sworn there was something in that first episode that we were just like, bro, that is fucking hilarious. That is hilarious.
It probably was, but it's been
maybe it's the second episode. I'm thinking.
No, I think you were right because I do remember vaguely saying something about that was funny, and then second episode. For me, topped it. I was like, wow, this is even better. But
right, that second one of your mom's creeping up that list.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I did like us finally getting, because now it wipes out what I thought the season was gonna be. So obviously we get to the moment where he could kill his bully. He could just let her go. And I think the episode is titled Don't Let Go or something like that.
Just Let Go.
Oh, Just Let Go. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. And I love that he didn't. I love that he's like, I hate you. I think I'll probably always hate you, but I'm no killer. I can't let you fall through.
I mean, but also too, at the same time, she can hate him just as well now because he basically literally sent like a fucking a doll as a hitman to kill her.
To be fair, at every given point, she has tried to make this boy's life hell. And it's like, well, you keep pushing me.
But murder.
No, I'm not saying his actions are acceptable. I'm just saying
on top of which
know people, so to continuously push a person.
No, you're right. No, I'm not saying that she didn't deserve. Of course, everybody was saying no. Give the doll to her. Let Chucky do his thing.
Let Chucky do his thing. Yeah, only for him to completely fumble.
But did she completely forget the instances in in episode 1 where they were in the classroom together and he basically, like, she knew something was up there, and then she just completely forgot. Oh yeah, can my younger sister play with that doll who I think came to life and was going to kill me?
Right. Yeah, I think she thought she was probably just going crazy because remember she gave the line of "I got to stop smoking weed."
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. So I think she just thought she was out of her mind there, but no, I mean I did like how the structure of this episode was. I swear to you, and I never wish this ever in any movie. I need that cop to die immediately, and I need her to die worse than anybody else in this show has ever died. I despise that cop with the highest form of aggression.
No, I agree.
I hate the way the character is written. It's just like she feels as though she's right there, but not close enough. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm missing something. And it's like, yeah, stupid idiot. The kid's not the killer.
Yeah, it's the fact that they're going in that route because the funny thing is like she seemed to have been on the right track because she was inquiring about the doll. And she even says the doll just happens to turn up in every event.
Right.
And
I think she's thinking that Jake is doing it, but bringing the doll to every event. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christmas, you are so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you are so stupid. And it's like, bro, I grew up on toy soldiers. So if someone told me a toy was killing people, I'd 100% believe it.
Well, at the point where Lexi confronts him, and it's known that they both know now definitively.
Right.
You know, and I think even Devin's starting to because he starts talking about the lore behind Charles Lee Ray.
He goes and looks it up.
And about Chucky, and he looks up a bunch of things. So at one point, you got almost 3 people on the same page. When do you go to the mom, who's a cop, or to one of the adults and say, hey, listen, by the way, there's a doll trying to kill us all. You know?
Because here's the problem. Those two could do that. Devin and the girl. They could do that.
Yeah.
Jake can't do that because she would then ask, how do you know Chucky killed those people? And he would have to say, well, I know that because I sent him to go kill her. And he failed. So he would have to give too much info on what he knows in order to out Chucky. So that's why Chucky was trying to tell him, like, you're in too deep now, kid. You might as well let her go. You know? So
yeah. So I changed my outlook on the series though. In the first couple of episodes, I was really pulling for Chucky to kill Lexi.
Yes.
I really want the series to take a turn and he kills Jake. And I'm really starting to I'm really starting to despise Jake as a character. And I already told you this in last stream, but I got even worse. Like his mannerisms, and it sucks because when I watched the what is that called? The behind the scenes thing, but the inside look. When I watched the inside look of the episodes after they air, and they interview him, they're all talking. He seems like a great guy and he seems like a good actor, you know, but I don't know if it's the direction or the way they're making him play the character. But like I said, those faces he makes, he always has it's a sour face, but it's in every scene.
Every scene. Yeah.
Every scene.
He always looks like everything confuses him. Like you're like, hey, what time is it? 8? And it's like, what is the face? What did you do that for?
He did that. He does that. There's one I forgot what episode. I don't know if it was an episode that just passed or the one before that, where he literally opened. I think we talked about this actually last stream. He opened up a locker, and you just see him looking inside the locker because your point of view is from within the locker,
right?
And he's looking in the locker with the same face. Like, what are you looking at?
He always looks befuddled.
Yeah,
he's always confused about whatever is happening, and it's just like, Jake, why? Why are you so confused? Like, all I asked you was what time was it? Why is your face like that?
Yeah.
Like what? And it's like, all right, you don't even notice it.
I will say though too that the scene with him and Lexi where he's holding on to her, you know, don't let go or just let go, whatever it is. That was a fucking long scene. Like, dude, pull her up.
Yes, it was. Like
that was dragged out.
Pull her up. Like, goodness gracious. And then I love how Chucky's trying to stab her.
Yeah,
he looks so adorable. Just But again, that's why I always say the show has elements that will pull you in. But
yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's not a great show.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm not giving up by any means. And
oh man,
I kind of want to now watch, and I think I will after this stream, some upcoming, maybe look, you know, to see what's upcoming. But I hope it does. I really, the other thing is too, like you do have characters like Tiffany that we know is going to be in one episode. I said Nika is going to be in an episode as well, or I think 3 episodes. I think she's rumored to be in, if I'm not mistaken. You still have Andy. You know, he still has yet to arrive, so I don't know where he's coming from. So you still have other characters that's still going to come. Oh, and by the way, too, you know what I didn't catch?
What?
The father, the mayor, the stay-at-home dad, but the Lexi's dad.
Yes.
He actually played the doctor in Cult of Chucky.
Is he a doctor in this?
No, it's a different character. He's just the same. It's the same actor playing a different role. But remember, he was basically raping Nika when she was under hypnosis. Remember?
I never saw that movie.
Oh, you never saw Cult of Chucky?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. For you, I want to see it. I think I know where it's available. I'll check it out for you, but I don't. Every time you talk about it, I'm like,
yeah, I do believe it's streaming. Well, did you see Curse?
No.
So there's 2 movies that you haven't seen. The Curse was the first one, direct to video, with Brad Dourif's daughter playing Nika. And then Cult of Chucky was the very last one to get released a few years ago.
Okay.
But
my sister swears by them. So.
They're quality films. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're definitely better than Seed of Chucky. I mean, a lot of better than Seed of Chucky, but it takes
anything has to be better than that.
But tonally, it's completely different from Bride of Chucky as well, which I know you'll be happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I put it on my list. I'll make sure I check it. I'll make sure I check it out before we do our next.
Okay.
Next stream.
You got Curse of Chucky was the first one, and then Cult of Chucky was the very last one.
Okay.
And that goes into explain a few other things. I thought you did see it. I was talking to you as if you did. So
no, when you asked me, I said yes because I thought I did.
okay,
But it's the more you talk about it, the more I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
yeah.
I don't know any of this. I have no idea. I don't know any of
And that's the other thing too, because then if you watch those two movies, right,
it.
and then you go to this series, there are elements of Chucky that are in that, obviously, because it's the same creator, it's Don Mancini, but it's completely different. It's just like to go from those two films and then to this series, it's like, okay, look, this is fun and whatever, but I kind of miss that. I missed the movie. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if we get another film after this, because I don't know. They're obviously going to want to continue Chucky and the Child's Play series, franchise, I should say.
Mhm.
So who knows what they're going to do as far as whatever. But I really do hope it starts to incorporate other things, not just these same kids. Let's expand a little bit more. Let's expand also on the backstory. I know they just started doing, they show some more scenes of Charles when he's a kid, but a little older in a home.
Right.
Who knows if they revisit that kid now? We don't know what happened to that kid that he's sort of started to groom a little bit in the home. The one that kept the secret of the dead body. And
I'm going to be honest with you. If they kept these out, his next movie could just be a prequel
could be.
about Chucky growing up and then becoming the murderer, and then an ending with him going into the doll. And then you could bring a series like this, where now it brings everything full circle, where you don't need flashbacks. You're very clear on who Chucky is, how he got there. And now we're just seeing him wreak havoc.
Yeah. No, I would love that, dude. To see characters like Eddie from the first film, the one that he, I'm pretty sure it's Eddie, right? The one that he blows up in the house.
Yeah, I think that was Eddie.
With the stove, he turned the gas on. You got Eddie, and then also the voodoo guy that he goes to visit and then kills using a voodoo doll.
Yep.
So if you can add those characters in as well to get maybe not necessarily a backstory from them, but see the younger versions of them. Yeah, I'd be
Yahya Abdul would be a really good
awesome. Yeah,
doctor.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would fit that role very well.
Yeah, look at that. We just made Don Mancini at least 20 mil opening weekend.
Eddie Caputo. It was on the tip of my tongue. Eddie Caputo. That's what it was. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, that would be cool. But anyway, yeah, going back to this, I really hope episode 5 starts to shift a little bit, because now you're halfway there. I think you did enough because you really don't need character development at this point. What are you doing? Unless you want to add more backstory, obviously, of Charles Lee Ray, that's fine with flashbacks. But as far as these kids go, I need more. I need something more than what we're showing. So we'll see. What are you drinking? Moonshine?
Yeah, no, I wish. Juice. No. To me, I think you can do a lot of really creative things. I don't know. They never called this a limited series. So for all purposes, we're to assume that however this ends, there's a season 2 in mind. Whether they get greenlit or not, we'll see. But to me, what they're doing with Charles, that should have just been a prequel. That should have been a movie of itself, where you cast actually, this would be too apropos. But Michael C. Hall would actually be really interesting as Charles Lee Ray as an adult.
All right.
Seeing him. But I'm really curious. Here's the one tricky part about if you were ever to do that, right? Where you're doing the actual life of Chucky. The difficult part of that would be essentially you would have to cast someone that's very wisecracking.
Yeah.
Someone that's funny. You don't have to cast a comedian, but
so
someone that has comedic timing.
Paul Rudd.
Bro, that would make so much money only because no one would see it coming. Everyone would go, whoa.
Dude, one of my favorite clips from Paul Rudd of all time. And I don't know if you're gonna figure it out, but the clip where they're interviewing several Marvel actors to pronounce Mjolnir. Did you ever see that?
Is that when he says no? He doesn't say Mew Mew. What does he say?
Jonathan. He says fucking Jonathan. He goes, Jonathan? And it's just so Paul Rudd. I laugh hysterically every time I see that, dude. Just look it up after we're done. Look that up, dude. It's just
I laugh every time I see him do his promo for Ant-Man, and it's just him and Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
like slapping their legs, just saying ants 100 times. Just what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah,
Like,
no, that was great. I laughed at that, but yeah, I think it was after Ant-Man and the Wasp, they were interviewing the girl that played Ghost.
mhm.
They were interviewing her and a few other people. I guess they just asked how you pronounce Mjolnir. And she was saying, like, she was trying to pronounce it. It just goes. They ask a few other people, and then it goes to Paul Rudd. He's like, Jonathan. Gets me every time. Gets me every time. But no, yeah, they would definitely need to. If they were going to do it, what we're talking about, they would definitely need to, cast somebody that has those one-liners. That sass, those wisecracking, but also at the same time just a psychopath.
Right. Yep. And Michael C. Hall doesn't really have that. He has a psychopath, but
yeah,
I don't recall ever laughing from Dexter. Which, by the way, the rebooted season.
I know. Was it New Blood? What is it called?
Yep. New Blood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, I have not watched one episode of Dexter. Yeah. I know. Well, I didn't always have, what it is though too. I didn't always have Showtime,
That's fair. That's fair.
But at the same time, I did try to watch a few episodes because I did have Showtime for a brief amount of time. I was watching, I think it was The Affair was one of the other Showtime shows.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, Homeland is also Showtime, right?
Homeland is, yeah. I watched that up to a point, and then after that,
I didn't finish it, but I heard the last season was really good. But I do want to finish Homeland at one point.
Yeah, I didn't get that far.
But and I'm going to talk to you about a few other things afterwards, but I don't want to get too over whatever. But yeah, so next week we'll do our episode 5 spoiler review for Chucky. I really hope the series does take a little bit of a turn, especially because we're halfway there. If there is to be 10 episodes, for the most part, like I said, I'm not abandoning it. I'm not leaving. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna do the reviews, even if I'm not happy with episode 5. I'm gonna finish the season out. Might as well.
Same here.
But I do have faith. You gotta have faith in Don Mancini because of what he created, what he's built up. And from again, I know you haven't seen them yet, but those last 2 films as well, that's him. That's his creative genius. So I hope that starts to become more prominent in this series. So.
I hope so. I really hope so.
All right, dude. We're gonna wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you were just on with me for Stranger Things trailer reaction, and now this. So stay tuned for both our channels, guys. And as I said in my last stream, the link to Juwan's YouTube channel is in the description. So go show him some love. Also, hit the like button to this stream. Subscribe if you haven't. We got some things coming up soon. And that's it. Dude, I'll talk to you behind the scenes in a little bit, but everybody else enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you soon.